Hello and welcome to the Mobile Mortgage app. I'm here today to show you how to use the app that your loan officer sent to you. In the app, you're going to be able to do things like have all the information you need to contact your loan officer, be able to use all of the built-in tools, and be able to check your loan status along the way. Once you have your app downloaded and installed, you'll be able to go ahead and sign in. Now on the initial page, you'll see you have a couple of options, one for sign in and the other for get started. If this is your first time ever getting into the app, you're going to want to use the Get Started option. After you hit Get Started, it's going to ask you for your email address. Just go ahead and put that email address right here. Following entering your email address, it'll then ask you to provide your name and then your phone number. Finally, you're going to get into the app, whereupon you'll get a greeting from your loan officer. You may also get a pop-up from your phone asking if you want your app to be able to give you notifications. This is something we definitely recommend because you want to be notified when things like documents are requested or progress has been made on your loan. Once you're inside the app, a few things you're going to notice. First, at the top of the page, you're going to see the information about your loan officer. You can see their name, NMLS number, which is their license number, and you can go ahead and tap on the contact link below. From inside the contact link, you'll be able to see every which way you can contact your loan officer, whether it's calling them, texting them, emailing them, visiting their website, visiting their office, anything you need to do. Now, though you may not see the actual number and email address and so on, the app is fully integrated with your phone. So all you have to do is tap on the way in which you'd like to communicate with your loan officer, and your phone will do the rest. Below that, you're going to see the option to go ahead and start your loan progress. If you don't already have a loan started with your loan officer, you can use this link as a way to start filling out your home loan application. Just go ahead and fill it out and submit it to your loan officer, and they will then get back to you as soon as they can. The next part on the page is the ability for you to go ahead and share your app. You can go ahead and tap on the link and share it with friends or family so that they can have a good experience just like you had. Now we see the web links. The loan officer may put various web links on the app so that you can go and get information or fill out different requests that they need you to do. On the Calculator tab at the bottom, when you push it, you'll notice you have multiple options for calculation scenarios. For the demonstration purposes of this video, we're going to be covering the purchase, but I highly recommend you go in and look at the different calculator scenarios that are available to you. Going into the purchase, we see that we have the different choices between the various loan types. I'm going to go ahead and tap this one for now. Now in the calculator itself, we can see the default values that have been set, but we can simply change any value we want by either using the slide bar, sliding it left and right, or we can tap in one of these fields and then a 10 keypad will pop up on the phone. With the 10 keypad, we can type in any value we want, even down to the penny, and then tap out of the box again to lock that number into place. If we do anything that doesn't quite work for the loan scenario, a message will pop up letting us know that something needs to be corrected. So moving on, we can go ahead and change the various parts of the calculation scenario. We can change the mortgage term, the interest rate, annual taxes, annual insurance, etc. We can even down here at the bottom go ahead and tap where it says county. And depending on where the loan officer is licensed, you can go ahead and choose different states and their corresponding counties. Go ahead and hit select and then calculate when you're done. On the results page, there's several things that I want to point out here. First off, again, if you have not filled out a loan application, you can go ahead and hit the option that says get pre-qualified by and then the loan officer's name. Apart from that on the page, we can see the estimated monthly payment of the loan scenario that we've put in here, and we can see how it breaks down into principal, interest, taxes, and so on. We also have a button that says View Amortization. If we go ahead and tap on that button, we're going to see the full amortization table showing us what each payment looks like throughout the entire life of the loan. In the upper right-hand corner of this page, when we tap on that, we can go ahead and view the amortization chart. The amortization chart is going to show the same information as the table, but in a nice one-page form, where we can view the loan details with the vertical scale as our dollar amount and the horizontal scale as our timeline. Coming back to the calculator results page, if we want to get back to this page without having to retype in all the information again, we can merely hit the Save button in the upper right-hand corner. When we hit the Save button, it's going to ask us to name the scenario. We can call it anything we want. We can give it a name, we can give it a nickname, we can even give it the property address, whatever we need to do to help us know that this scenario belongs to a certain situation. When we go back to the calculator's homepage, we can go ahead and hit the Saved Calculations button. When we do that, we can see that the scenario that we saved is listed there, along with plenty of space for other scenarios. If we tap on that scenario, it'll bring us right back in again to the calculator results page that we saved previously. Now, if we want to share this calculation scenario with any third party, we can go ahead and hit the button that says Email PDF. What it's going to do here is it's going to generate a nice 2-page PDF file with all the loan details, the amortization chart, the amortization table, all the bottom line numbers, and even the loan officer information in the upper right-hand corner. All we have to do is hit the Share button and share via email to whoever we'd like. On the Scanner tab at the bottom of the screen, we can see that we can go ahead and tap on the Take a Picture, and we can go ahead and start scanning a document right away. To scan a document at this point, all we have to do is either type in or choose a pre-selected name from the list and hit OK. Since we don't already have our loan application filled out nor our loan started at this point, we're going to go ahead and skip scanning the document at this point until we have that loan started here in just a minute. Here in the Learn section, you're going to find that you have some articles and news feeds that you can look at to familiarize yourself on the home buying process and certain current market trends. There's also a button on there called the Glossary. In the glossary area, if you're not familiar with a certain term, like CAP, earnest money, or FHA loan, you can come in here, scroll down and find the term you're looking for, and get a nice, clear definition. On the My Loans tab, if you don't already have your loan application submitted and your loan started, here is where we can go ahead and do that process. So let's go ahead and hit the Start Your Loan Process button at the bottom of the screen. Now, keeping this as simple a task as possible, there are really 3 types of answers you're going to give to any question. One is going to be a multiple choice question. Another is going to be one where you actually type in your response. And third is going to be the type of answer where the answer is either going to be yes, no, agree, or disagree. So all you have to do is tap on that little toggle switch to go ahead and choose between one and the other. If there are any pages that have required lines, you will not be able to move on until you complete those lines. Filling out a loan application we find takes about 10 minutes if you have all the information you need. However, you can always hit the Exit button in the upper right-hand corner to pause your progress. The information will be saved natively in the app, and then the verbiage in the My Loan page and in the Info page will change from Start Your Loan Process to Continue Your Loan Process. When we come back in and hit Continue Our Process, it will take us back to the first page of the loan application, but it will remember everything we've put into up until this point. So as we go through, we can start going ahead and adding or amending information if we need to, until we catch up to the place where we left off. When we do catch up to that place, we can go ahead and fill out the rest of the loan application until we get to the end page. Let's go ahead and see what that looks like. Here on the final page, you'll notice in the bottom right-hand corner, instead of saying Next, it says Preview. We'll go ahead and hit that Preview button to go ahead and review the entire loan application. As we scroll through here, we can see all the answers that have been put in. If we find we need to make any corrections, we can hit the Back button and navigate to the page that we need to make the correction for. If everything looks good, however, we'll hit the Done button and then confirm that we're ready to send this out to the loan officer. You'll get a confirmation page acknowledging that the loan application has been submitted, and then when your loan has been started, your loan officer can confirm your new loan through the app itself. When your loan has been started by your loan officer, you can go back into the My Loan page. In the My Loan page, now we're going to see details of the loan that's been started, starting with our progress. These are called milestones. You'll see the milestone that we're currently on. If we tap on that, we'll see the milestones that have been completed, the one we're on, and the ones that are yet to come, along with a nice definition of what it means to be on each particular milestone. Moving back, we can also see the loan details. When we tap on those loan details, we can see things like the loan number, the loan amount, the type, etc. Finally, we can see the list of documents that have been requested to this point by the loan officer. On the list, we can see over to the right, there's going to be a little symbol that will help you to be able to go ahead and start scanning the documents. Pick the document you're ready to scan and hit that symbol off to the right. When scanning a document, the first question it's going to ask is what mode or filter we want to apply. If this is a text-only document, the one we recommend is called the black and white scanner. This is a good filter that causes the document to appear like a nice clean scanned document as opposed to a picture of a document that was taken with someone's cell phone. After we select the filter, we get into the camera itself. The very first time we go in to scan a document, the phone may ask if the app has the ability to use the camera. We're going to go ahead and allow that. And again, the very first time we scan a document, we're going to get these little helpful tips along the way that'll show us things like how to position the camera, make sure there's good lighting, keep other objects away, and so forth. We'll also see some more of these tips as we crop and edit the image. Here on the first page, and we can see it's the first page because it says page 1 at the top, and it has the number 1 down in the shutter button below. What we're going to do here is we're going to do our best to line up the page with these little viewfinders on the camera. Once we have this all lined up, we'll go ahead and hit the shutter button below. Now, it definitely helps if your paper has a contrasting color to the surface it's sitting on. The contrasting color will help the app to auto-crop the page better. But no matter how good of a job it does or doesn't do, we can always grab any of these corners and adjust it to where the corners line up with the corners of the document. Then we'll hit the crop button in the bottom right corner. On the edit page, we'll have an edit button in the upper right-hand corner. This button allows us to adjust the color, including changing the filter, recrop, retake, or rotate the image. In case we have any areas on the screen with dark splotchiness that makes it hard to read some of the text, down at the bottom we have a little contrast slider. Sliding to the left makes everything darker until it eventually blackens out, and similarly going to the right does just the opposite. So the idea here is to start from either the light or the dark end of the spectrum and kind of slowly go one way or the other until we can read everything we need to read on the document. If you have a hard time striking this balance, it may mean that the lighting was either too bright or too dark where you took the photo. You should then hit the edit button and choose to retake the image. Once everything looks good, we'll go ahead and hit the done button, and then that'll take us into the preview page. We can go ahead and review what the page looks like, and we can edit it again if we need. Now, if this is a single page document, all we have to do is hit the send button and send it off to the loan officer. However, if it is a multi-page document, we can go ahead and hit add page at the bottom. Now that we're on page 2 at the very top, and again in the shutter button, it'll remind us that we're on page 2. Let's go ahead and go through the process a little more quickly so that we can see how smooth of a process this really is. So we'll line up our second page, hit the shutter button, let the auto cropper do its thing, make any adjustments that we need, hit the crop button. Then we get to the edit page, we can adjust the contrast if needed, and hit done. See, that second page took only, between 10 and 15 seconds, a really simple, smooth process. Now we can add as many pages as we like. We can add page 3, 4, 5, however many we need. But finally, what we're going to do is we're going to hit that send button in the bottom right-hand corner. It'll remind us the name of the document that's being sent, and we can choose to go ahead and send securely. Depending on how many pages it is and how good your data or internet connection is, it should send rather quickly. And then finally, when we get back to the My Loan page, it'll go ahead and confirm that that document has been sent. The font color changes, and now we have a little checkbox there showing that we are done with that image and can move on to the next. And that's about everything we wanted to show you today. If you do have any questions along the way, contact the loan officer who shared the app with you. Once again, on the info page of the app, you can find all of your loan officer's contact information. They would love to help answer any questions you have. Have a great day.